the 16th of April today, and as you can see this morning it's a little bit gloomy outside. We've had rain for the last couple of days, and it's got quite a lot colder, so we seem to have lost all the beautiful sun that we had last week, but hopefully it'll come back very soon. What I'm going to show you today is how to sow your pumpkin seeds. Now I've got two different varieties here. I've got these ones from Pennard Plants, and they're called Casper White. These are supposed to grow to about 9 to 12 inches in diameter, so fairly decent size ones. And I've also got some in here. Now these are seeds from the pumpkins that I sowed last year, so these could actually be a bit of a mixture, but I think most of these are like Atlantic Giant type ones. Okay, it's very easy to save the seeds from a pumpkin. When you harvest it and you take the seeds out, take out a handful, give them a good clean, and then a dry on some kitchen towel for a couple of weeks, and when they are completely dry then you can just store them in a little paper envelope. The way to know whether your seeds are viable or not, viable means that they will grow again the following year, is that they feel very firm inside if you push them. If they feel all very papery and they're very easy to bend, then there's no sort of seed in there, and they won't then sprout the following year. So these ones I've saved are nice and firm. So we'll sow these in exactly the same way, but it will just be nice to show you one of the best ways of sowing them, and also comparing the sizes of the seeds, because usually the bigger the pumpkin, the bigger the seed. So let's get sowing our pumpkin seeds. Now I'm going to sow one seed in each 3-inch pot. So all we need to do is to fill a pot right to the top with some compost, just normal bog standard multi-purpose compost. Give it a little pat down, and then all we need to do is to put the seeds in, the pumpkin seeds. Now let me just get out a couple of each so that we can compare and look at the different sizes. Now these ones here are the Casper Whites. They're actually slightly yellow in colour, and these are the ones from the Atlantic Giants. They're a nice cream colour, and they're much bigger. So hopefully these will grow really large, and the Atlantic Giant ones will grow really large, and the Casper Whites will grow a decent size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Casper Whites first. When you sow your pumpkin seed, you need to sow it on the side, because the shoot will come up from the side, okay? And don't sow them flat like that, because the water will sit on the top of them, and the likelihood that they will go mouldy is quite high. So it's always best to sow them on their side like that, because there's less area for the water to sit on. And just get it between your finger and your thumb, and then just push it down into the soil about an inch. Remember, they're quite large seeds, so they don't mind being buried down a fair way, okay? And then all you need to do after that is just to fill in the hole with a little bit more compost. Well, I'll carry on doing those, and I'll come back to you when I'm done. Okay, so there they are. There's 6 Caspers. There were only 6 seeds in that packet, so I've also done 6 of the ones that I saved from last year. Make sure you label them well so you know what varieties they are, so that you know what colours they're going to be when they ripen. Now what we need to do next is we just need to give the tops of them a nice water. It's always best at this stage to water from the top, because the seed is at the top, or just slightly under the surface. If you water it from the bottom, then it will take ages for the water to actually soak up to the seed. And this way, watering from the top, any excess water can flow straight down, and then the seed won't be sitting in water and get too wet and go mouldy. Right, well that's all the pumpkins done. I will keep you updated on their progress, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, depending on the weather. If it's nice and warm, it may well be slightly under 2 weeks, but if it stays cold like this, it could take up to 3 weeks, maybe even longer. They should start to poke their leaves through the soil, which will be absolutely wonderful. They will stay in their 3-inch pots until they're ready to go outside. You can't put them outside until all frost has gone in your area. So for me, they'll be going out into the allotment at the beginning of June. So they'll be in the greenhouse for at least 6 weeks, all of May and the second half of April. So hopefully by that time they'll be nice substantial plants and ready to go outside at the beginning of June. Well, I will keep you updated on their progress, and I hope that you try some pumpkins. There's so much that you can do for pumpkins. You don't just have to carve them. You can make cakes and bread and all sorts of wonderful things. Well, I hope you found that interesting, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.